All right. Hello. Happy New Year 2019. It's going to take a while to get used to saying that. I thought I'd send a gift, a New Year's gift to a number of people that deserve it. After all, how many gifts do you get for New Year's? And so here I am in New Jersey, Lumberton, with a couple of the Beagles. Let's see, we got Shiloh and Cosette, and let me get going here. Hopefully you read this before 2020, or see this before 2020, because if I'm still alive, I will try to produce another one, maybe. But I thought it'd be nice to say hello, and I did send out some holiday cards and all that, but I thought it'd be nice to send a little gift to my friends, and I'll get to why I'm doing this, but I care about you guys, and you know, I have a lot of friends from AVMA in the past, and relatives and veterinarians just everywhere. So that's probably who's on the list for getting this. And I've made videos before for a number of people, but this is really the first one in mass production here. So Happy New Year. And by the way, I'm not dying or anything. I'm sure the thought has crossed your mind. No, I'm doing fine. This is just an attempt to give you a little gift. What I'm gonna do is, with the new year upon us, I thought I'd give you some ideas on how to make this year special, and something to think about. It's only the first day. As you can see, actually, it's a beautiful day here. It's about 55 degrees. Very weird. I could have played golf, I guess. But anyhow, let's run down a couple things that I'm going to suggest to you. You think about them, but and please, I don't want you to get the impression that I do all these things. Take it for what it's worth. Do as I say, but not necessarily as I do. Let's start out with what I would recommend to make this year special would be projects. You gotta have some projects. And I'm talking something mental, physical. You could change the seal on the toilet or clean the gutters. Hey, you could rinse out the trash cans. But I'm thinking also more of something special that'll kind of make you think and give you some pleasure. Things like, take a walk, play with your pets. I just finished watching like 18 hours of some HBO special, King of Thrones. Work is a great project. Yeah, that's how I regard my work. It's a project. YouTube videos, I've tried them from time to time. I even had a statue built this year at Virginia Tech, and I'll consider that a project. A good friend of mine made a statue of a beagle, and it was donated to Virginia Tech from Mendy and I. So that's it, projects. Why don't you line up a few of them? I just have the feeling this would make your year special. Second, kindness and giving. As I said, do as I say, not as I necessarily do, but I do try to devote some time to this. There's so many people that could use our help, and animals too. I mean, I shouldn't stop with people. And, people like the homeless people you run to. You AVMA people, you're in all these cities and you go out for dinner. I've been there. Guys on the corner and stuff, bring your leftover meal, or, just something special. The Uber driver, don't forget to tip the guy. I mean, it's probably his second or third job. Quiet. The stranger. I know the Bible, it must be like Leviticus says, Love the stranger as yourself, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Treat the stranger well. And by, stranger, what is stranger? Immigrant, the person who's new here. If I could sum this up in one word, it'd be the golden rule. And that's really what any religion is about, or anything that means something to you spiritually. Just do unto others as you would have them do unto yourself. Spirituality, that's number 3. It goes right into it. Spirituality and well-being. I think the two are connected. They go hand in hand. I mean, I'm not talking necessarily about prayer, although that's on the list. Miracles, things like that. Do they happen? I know they happen. I mean, these two guys escaped on me in the Poconos once, and the last I saw of them was running across a frozen lake, never to be seen again. And I drove around, and when I finally gave up and drove back to the house, what did I find? I found 2 beagles running up and down my driveway. I mean, if that's not a miracle, I don't know. But spirituality, it's so important. And spirit, by the way, is from the Latin to breathe. So think about that a little. This fall we went to Bryce Canyon and later on to Arizona. You stare at the sky at these places. There's no whatever light they call it from artificial lighting. You're just staring into space, and boy, you just start thinking about galaxies and all these different suns up there. You do start wondering, yes, there's science, but what else is up there? I mean, how did this all happen? I mean, it really does make you think a lot. Which brings me to a famous Cornellian. Who was the famous Cornellian? Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan, I'm sure you've heard of him. About as scientific a person as you can get, especially with regard to space and astronomy and all that. But he also would comment on spirituality, and he would say that science, and this is probably more of a quote, science is not only compatible with spirituality, but it is a profound source of spirituality. Science does have emotion and beauty and something similar to art, and the bottom line is spirituality equals peace and happiness, and without some kind of spirituality in your life, and I'm not talking religion, I don't care if you're atheist, agnostic, you're missing out. You're missing out on well-being. What else can I tell you? Giving. Let's get back to giving. Visit the sick. Write a card to someone. Remember what a card is? That's something you write with a pen. A phone call. I mean, those things that you carry in your purse or on your belt, they can actually be used to make phone calls to someone who would love to hear from you. Give it a try. All right, I'm going to wrap this up because I don't know how long my battery's going to hold on. But here's 3 observations that I'm going to make to you that have nothing to do with anything. But I thought I'd leave them with you and let you think about this. 3 things. One is, how many people start a sentence with the word so? Now, does it bug me? I don't know. But, I listen to shows on the radio and stuff and talk to people. What is up with starting a sentence with so? I actually call these people sowers. You know who you are. I don't even know what part of speech it is when you start your sentence with a so. Think about that. I'm not saying to stop doing it. I mean, I don't want anyone jumping out windows or anything, but somehow I'm getting tired of it. But anyhow, which brings me to the second thing I'm getting tired of is the word situation. Wow, I don't think 15 minutes can go by without someone saying the word situation in front of me. This must be the word of the decade. We gotta have another word for situation. I've been thinking about this, but we're wearing it out. I mean, situation. God, someone please help me. All right, and my third observation is, now I wasn't born in New Jersey. I mean, you know, I have no emotional attachment to the Garden State. I happen to have lived here for 40 years, so, you know, maybe I should. But have you ever noticed that not 24 hours can go by and you will hear something about New Jersey? It's just remarkable. I mean, I was raised in New York. Nah, I don't hear that much about New York. New Jersey. And maybe this is a good thing. I mean, you know, but it's just an observation I'm making. You know, like I said earlier, I was watching Game of Thrones, and I asked my wife, you know, God, who wrote this thing? It was, you know, they give the credits a guy, Martin, George R.R. Martin, and I'm going to myself during the 88 hours I watched that maybe this guy must be from England or something, you know, kind of like, you know, some classic British kind of literary figure. The guy was born in Bayonne. Oh my God, Bayonne. When Mendy told me that, I had her double check it on Wikipedia. But all right, I'm going to wrap this up. As you can see, the beagles are getting restless. You all have a great 2019. It took me a while to get there. Yeah, and watch this sometime in the next 12 months, because if my memory still is there, I'll try, you know, maybe I'll make another one. Although, get back to me, please. You know, was this something worth pursuing or not? But that's my gift to you. That's all this is. It's a gift. And God bless, and I'll speak to you later.